நேற்றும் இன்றும் என்றென்றும் உலாமா வெஸ்டர்ன் பிரீஃப் உங்கள் நெஞ்சம் தொட்டதும் நெஞ்சில் இருப்பதும் உலாமா வெஸ்டர்ன் பிரீஃப்.
GST கவுன்சில் கூட்டம் நிறைவு பெற்ற நிலையில் அதில் எடுக்கப்பட்ட முடிவுகள் குறித்து மத்திய நிதியமைச்சர் நிர்மலா சீதாராமன் செய்தியாளர்களை சந்திக்கிறார். நேரலையில் பார்க்கலாம்.
Now I go to issues related to goods. It's not mentioned here. That's why there was another subject to correction. I would like to say it. Advocates who could become judicial members, not technical members. Minimum age for entry is 50 years. We wanted it to be clear that advocates up to 10 years of experience. Am I right, Sanjay? Up to 10 years of experience they should have minimum to be able to be considered for appointment as a judicial member. So advocates are welcome, but they should have 10 years of minimum experience. So that is the other which is specified now. Then there are decisions taken on the goods and services. One of the most important, which I like to say with a sense of happiness, that the GST Council wanted to participate in the year of millets, and therefore GST's role in promotion of millets is seen in that. Food preparations of millet flour in powder form containing at least 70% millets by weight. And because I'm saying millets, I want to emphasize they fall under the category of HS 1901 and not any other. We're not talking about others. So in powder form, millets being blended with any other atta, for instance, where the millet's composition is 70%, we state that they will be having a 0% GST if sold in other than pre-packaged and labeled form, meaning when they are sold loose or when they are packed but with no pre-packaging in the sense of branding or name or nothing else. So 0% if they are sold loose, and 5% only if sold pre-packaged and in a labeled form. That distinction between selling in loose and selling as a pre-packaged and labeled form has always been there. Now in the case of millet, we are saying 0 if it is sold loose, when it is 70% of millet with any other atta. And when we say loose, it's packed into some kind of not so identifiable by name or brand, that kind of a thing. But if it is pre-packaged and labeled, it is charged at 5% only. The House, in fact the GST Council was unanimous and everyone joined in to say anything above 5% doesn't have an impact on the market or on the sentiment or on sending the message. So they were ready to say give it at 5%. So GST stands with the millet year this year. The other on which I think a very critical decision again after a long period of time.
GST கவுன்சில் கூட்டம் நிறைவு பெற்ற நிலையில் அதில் எடுக்கப்பட்ட முடிவுகள் குறித்து மத்திய நிதியமைச்சர் நிர்மலா சீதாராமன் பேசியிருக்கிறார். பின்னர் விரிவாக பார்க்கலாம்.
நேற்றும் இன்றும் என்றென்றும் உலாமா வெஸ்டர்ன் பிரீஃப் உங்கள் நெஞ்சம் தொட்டதும் நெஞ்சில் இருப்பதும் உலாமா வெஸ்டர்ன் பிரீஃப்.